Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'm bringing you a video tonight titled The Real Magic of the Captivating Woman. This is going to be special right here. But before we go any further, always know my videos in the dating space. They're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. To everyone who's ordered their copies, they're on the way. I've shipped everyone's books out. They are on the way, and they should be arriving this week. Thank you to everyone who's been ordering my books, been donating, interacting with me, just all out supporting me. Thank you all so much. I've enjoyed this ride. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to continue to help me to get pushed up the algorithm and to grow the movement. Thank you all. But let's get right to it. The real magic of the captivating woman. And this is a follow-up to my previous video, Sexually Attractive Men Do Not Negotiate Desire. I want to talk about the opposite side of the spectrum, which is the captivating woman. The woman who understands the magnitude of the man that you are. She comes straight towards you with no hesitation and no issues. There's no negotiation. There's no offerings. She doesn't require anything because she reveres you and she recognizes you as an offering, meaning that there's nothing that she wants outside of you. That is the captivating woman. This particular woman is the most heightened experience a man can possibly have. This is the most alive a man is ever going to feel when he meets this woman who recognizes him and sees him exactly the way that he sees himself. And she's offering herself. And all that she requires that you do is offer yourself as well. This is the most pure connection that you can possibly have, and it's entrenched and based in desire. That's when you become alive. That woman is physically your type, and she has a recognition and a reverence for you. And you two spend time with one another, and everything happens fast, and you simply feel alive. You literally can tell other women, I've met someone. This is the woman I'm talking about tonight, the captivating woman. But the only way to meet the captivating woman is that you have to do away with the counterfeit woman. The counterfeit woman will have you, like I said in my previous video, negotiating desire. The counterfeit woman is a woman who you would give yourself freely to because you have a level of desire for her, but she doesn't have that same level of desire for you. So she requires offerings and stipulations for her to make her way into your space. That's the counterfeit woman. And I said in my previous video that once you encounter this woman and you see that you're not a match, and that she doesn't see you the way that you see herself, and you essentially identify her as a counterfeit woman, then that's when the more grounded and more attractive woman is going to be right beyond her. So life is not going to reward you with the purity of an offering unless you can let the counterfeit things go. Life is not going to reward you with the purity of the real offering unless you can let the counterfeit offerings go. And that's just how it goes. That's how life rewards us, is when we have a healthy enough perception of ourselves to not fall for the counterfeit. And when you don't fall for the counterfeit, then the genuine, pure offering, the true offering that you're supposed to encounter, is going to find its way to you. And it finds its way to you because you created a space for it. The right woman cannot enter your space unless and until you create a space for her. And that's going to happen by virtue of you letting the counterfeits go. Any woman who requires an offering from you, any woman that doesn't see you in accordance with how you see yourself, is a counterfeit. And life cannot reward you until you let the counterfeit things go. And that's when you get the genuine things that are exact to who you are and will give you a heightened experience and where you're captivated. That captivated woman is right beyond the counterfeit woman. That captivating woman is right beyond that counterfeit woman. But you have to love yourself enough to create a space for her. And as long as you do away with the counterfeits, the women who are requiring things from you just to be in their space, then you will encounter the genuine match that you're supposed to have in life. You're going to encounter it. That captivating woman is right beyond the counterfeit woman. I can't say that enough. But just moving forward, when you meet this woman, she's going to become immediately apparent to you when you meet this captivating woman. And the natural course of action is that you're going to know that something is different. You're going to know that something is extremely different this time. And it's not going to take you long to identify that this is a captivating woman, because your entire chemistry, your internal chemistry within yourself is going to let you know that this is something different. You're going to wake up with her in your mind. You're going to go to sleep with her in your mind. And it's going to be a different feeling from dealing with the women who haven't accessed that place inside of you. And you may even have some of those women in your life to, have some good experiences with, but you're just not quite there with them. But when that captivating woman comes, all of the other women become invisible. It is impossible to look around a captivating woman, a woman that views you the exact way that you view yourself. It's impossible to look around this woman. So the natural course of action is to get into a relationship with her, but it's not something that you necessarily rush into. It's something that develops, and it typically develops quickly, because as soon as you meet this woman and how she's treating you and how she's revering you and the level of attraction that you have for her, you know that this is a woman that could eventually be your wife. You know it as soon as you meet her. You know it. But you still have to take a walk down the road with her to gauge compatibility. And, once you take that walk down that road with her, and even if you two have a few hiccups, just the natural merging of two individuals with decades of life before they met one another coming together, that's the natural merging. And once you two can work through those things, because you all both desire each other enough to find solutions, then you will see her and you will begin to trust her. And considering that all other women are invisible to you, then it's the natural course of action that is your girlfriend. That is your woman. And then you just continue to walk down that road. You just continue to walk down that road with her. And things progress. Nothing is in the back of your mind concerning who she is. The desire between the two of you is growing at the same rate and the same fervor. That's your wife. That's your wife, man. It's not a very complicated thing. And you know this is your wife because she's accessed a place inside of you that few women have ever been able to access. You talk to her from a place that you didn't even know existed inside of you. You talk to her from the place of the future that you desire with her, and that you see with her, and that you hope that you can engage in with her. That's the place you talk to this woman from. And as you two go down the road, and there's a level of mutual trust for one another, because you all are seeing the best in each other in terms of desire and the qualities that you would desire in the person that you will ultimately be in a relationship and marry. You're sold on each other from the inside out. And the man identifies this woman from his heart because he fully understands who he is individually aside from her in his heart. He understands that. He understands that God told him certain things about himself in terms of his gifts, his talents, his abilities. He's earmarked and he's bookmarked the qualities that represent the best of who he is, that were delivered to him from on high. And he's walking in those things. So he's given the best to the world. And so with that, when a man does that, you have an exact awareness of who you are. because your awareness is aligned with the blueprint that you were given for your life, meaning your purpose, your destiny. And when you're walking in that, then you have an awareness of the impact that you're having on the world. You have an awareness of who God says that you are, and you've embraced that. So the right woman, when you meet her, she's going to recognize you. The man that you know in your heart, that is the man that she's going to acknowledge, and she's going to revere, and she's going to respect. So she's seeing you with in pure accordance with how you see yourself. That is the captivating woman right there. And it doesn't take long. It does not take long when you meet this woman. It doesn't take long at all. And it's almost as if you have to pull yourself back from proposing to this woman because you know that you don't want to make a hasty decision. But typically, this is the type of woman where you just know. And you just have to see her over time. But you're literally moving backwards. She has your heart. You know that you want to have a future with her. But you're moving backwards because you have to gauge compatibility and make sure that the connection is right. Make sure that the qualities that you need in a woman are present in her. So you know, based on the level of emotion and desire that you have for her, that you could easily propose to her, but you always, don't want to make hasty decisions. But that's a beautiful thing when you have to pull yourself back. It's a beautiful thing when you're with a woman, even when she's not physically in your presence, because she's your every other thought. It's a beautiful thing when no other woman can penetrate your space, because this woman has occupied all of you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And, you just want to treat it accordingly and understand that you've dodged the counterfeits and you've made your space available to this captivating woman. And once again, you're responsible for creating that space. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, is these counterfeit women versus the captivating woman. And this was a follow-up to my previous video. Sexually desirable men, sexually attractive men do not negotiate desire. Because when you don't negotiate desire, what's on the other side of that is the captivating woman. But if there's some women listening tonight, because when I was putting this together, I just felt something internally to talk to some women just in case they're listening. If a man has identified in his heart that you are his woman, that you are his wife, that is something that you don't want to mess up. If you feel the same way about the man. If you feel like this is your match. If you feel like there's a purity of desire and attraction and purpose between the two of you, that's not something that you want to mess up. Because as a woman, when you've penetrated that space in that man that very few women are able to access, that man is yours to lose. And the only thing that can get that man out of your space is that you do something, or you show him something that makes him choose his self-love over the love that he has for you. So you always want to make sure that you revere and you appreciate and you let this man know that he's desired and he's respected. You don't want to do anything to put a conversation in the back of his mind concerning you. Because when that happens on an unconscious level, he's pulling his heart back, because even if he saw you as someone who viewed him the way that he sees himself in his heart, once the contrary behaviors and movements come from you, then his heart is going to cause him to disconnect from you. The very thing that allowed him to connect to you, which is the desire that he had for you from his heart, will be the very thing that will make him disconnect from you when you show him that his heart will not be safe in your presence. That's just something I was inspired to say in this video to the women. And the fallout from this is that you will be haunted by the memory of the purity of the love that this man had for you. You will be haunted by the memory of the purity of the love that this man had for you. If you've been following Tia Mowry, sister, the twin from back in the day, and her public divorce with her husband, Corey Hardrick, who starred in Tyler Perry's movie. It was the #1 movie in the world, not too long ago, Divorce in Black. And Tia Mowry said that she graduated from the marriage and there was nothing wrong with this guy. He was faithful. She just wanted to go out there and test the streets and felt like she can do better. And she has a new reality show, and there are many places on YouTube that have chronicled how she's been since her divorce. And all she's doing now is acknowledging that she made a mistake in leaving Corey. And that something I saw her say today was that she's trying to find the love, or she just wants to be loved. She's haunted by the ghost and the memory of the love that this man had for her, that she can't replicate. And as a woman, you don't ever want to be in that position, to have a man who loves you from his heart, who's identified you as his wife. And literally nothing could get in the way of him going down that road with you. You don't want to squander that, because you can very rarely replicate that. And you're going to be haunted by the ghost of the purity of that love that man had for you from his heart. So you don't want to be in a position with a man who loved you wholeheartedly, and he was forced to choose himself and pull himself out of the situation with you. You don't want to be haunted by that ghost, because it's very tough to know a man, have his whole heart, and he has to extract himself from you in the situation and choose himself. And now you know of that man. Now you have to watch him from afar, and you're haunted by the memory because you thought that you could replicate that love that particular man had for you. And you get out there and the streets chew you up and spit you out, and you realize that it's likely that you're never going to have that level of purity of love from a man like that ever again in your life. You'll be chasing a ghost. So that's just how I wanted to end the video. Acknowledge the purity of the love that man is delivering to you from his heart. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you a video tonight titled The Real Magic of the Captivating Woman. It's been brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to help me to continue to grow the movement. And if this video has been of value to you, and you know that your thought processes have been elevated as a result of encountering my message tonight, don't forget to drop something in my donation information that's in the description, my PayPal and my Cash App. Continue to help me to grow as I continue to help you to elevate with these elevated messages. And if you know that coaching could benefit you and that you could elevate and get the desired outcomes that you would like in this dating space and relationship space, I'm your man. Email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. matt@matthewchorne.com. Just leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're looking to overcome in the dating space. I'll do an assessment and I'll get right back to you. And we'll get you on the road to having the optimal and desired outcomes that you want for yourself in this dating space. I've enjoyed spending some time with you tonight. And just please remember, understand that once you bypass the counterfeit, you will always encounter the captivating woman. It's really as simple as that. Love yourself enough to not go for the counterfeit. Never negotiate. Never try to convince a woman to come to your side. She either desires you or she doesn't. And I promise you, there's no desire and there's no experience and there's no aliveness like the woman who truly desires you. I'll see you soon.